Hello and welcome to City Focus. I'm Diane Gonzalez. It's time to put together your team for the Live Healthy Nebraska 100-Day Wellness Challenge. The biggest prize in this competition could be a healthier lifestyle. The Nebraska Sports Council is the driving force behind the challenge, now in its third year. Executive Director Dave Mlnarik joins us to tell us how to get involved. Hi, Dave. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great, thank you.
All right. We first should start out by explaining this disgusting prop that you brought today. This is the most disgusting thing I think we've ever had on this channel.
Sorry. But you know what? Fat is disgusting. That's a model from a company called My Pet Fat that gets this out there so you can see what 5 pounds of fat looks like outside of a body. Of course, it's kind of modeled out of plastic, but it's got kind of a squishy feel to it, and it's supposed to be disgusting.
That's right.
So that we would look at it and say, man, I could really do without that
right there
on my person. And it's an effective visual.
How great would it be if people who are trying to lose weight, just as soon as they open their refrigerator door, they'd see that?
I think a lot of people use them for that.
Do they?
They sell a lot of those.
It's certainly graphic.
Gets your attention.
Let's put it that way. All right, well, losing weight, living healthy, being more active, that's what the Wellness Challenge is all about? It
is, and it's a team program. We started the Nebraska version of this about 10 years ago, and initially we called it Enlighten Nebraska. But the approach is that teams of 2 to 10 people sign up with the goal of healthy weight loss or just increasing their physical activity, and over the course of 100 days, we send them out weekly emails that give them great information, good motivation. We do incentive prizes every 25 days, so teams that are reporting regularly, they have a chance to earn some prizes for their progress. We have a statewide leaderboard that they can go to and see how their team ranks against others, and it calculates weight loss and physical activity minutes by average per person, so it doesn't matter if you have 2 people on your team or 10. And it's made the process of, people looking to get healthier. It's made it fun, and it's made it pretty organized, especially at the work site level. We've got ways that companies can use it effectively. And 2 years ago when we went to the Live Healthy America software and platform, it really ramped up because it's an advanced software. There's a lot of national partners and things that we've tied into now that just make it a program that helps people.
All right, now the companies that sign up, companies and organizations, do they have to do a lot of work to be involved?
No, the idea is it's very turnkey for companies, and last year we had around 130 companies from around Nebraska that got into the program and made it available to their employees and or spouses and family members. And it really, the software tracks everything for them. Companies need to have that data. Are our people working at this? Are they actually getting healthier? And so it provides a lot of metrics, including a return on investment number that's tied to a reduction in body mass index, which that's the more accurate figure used to determine savings for weight loss, basically, is body mass index reduction, and they can arrive at a return on investment based on national studies for healthcare savings.
And of course, the companies get increased productivity, less sick days, lower healthcare costs.
Absolutely. It's a great morale boost. You talk to the companies who've been involved, and they're checking this stuff, and they're talking about it around the water cooler. But yeah, a participant or an employee who's healthier is going to be more productive. They're going to take less time off. All of those statistics are out there, and this program bears that out 100%.
A question you probably get asked a lot is, can my employer and my coworkers check what my weight is?
Yeah, the answer is no. All of our individual weights are privacy protected. There's no one else, not even the teammate or the captain or the company administrator or anybody in our office that can see individual weights. Our system is really good about protecting the privacy of that number, and it is really important. That's the question comes up a lot.
All right. Now tell us about some of the success of the program. You've got some great statistics from last year.
Last year we had about 8,300 participants, and the overall total weight loss was in the neighborhood of 34,000 pounds. So it was about an average of 4 pounds per person.
I wonder what that would look like.
Yeah, oh man. Yeah, we'd probably fill this room.
We need a bigger studio.
Right on. So there were people generally did a nice job of losing a safe amount. Accumulation of about 25 million activity minutes, which that averaged out to about 28 minutes of physical activity per day per participant, which is about what you're striving for. So we're happy with those average numbers. The companies that are involved, when you spit out the return on investment numbers for groups of employees, it's impressive. But the overall number, the return on investment for Nebraska employers who take care of the health care costs for the most part for their employees was about $2.7 million. This is a program that will cost each individual $20 or $15 if they get their Hy-Vee coupon online or at their local Hy-Vee store. So $15 per participant amounts to about last year $165,000 in entry fees, $2.9 million in savings on health care costs. It's a pretty high return on investment.
And the best part of this is that many of the participants, the majority, established better habits. They were still keeping their weight down and exercising 6 months later.
Our favorite thing across our staff at our office is to hear the success stories. There are people that literally have small changes that develop into life-changing habits. And that's immensely rewarding to be part of the process of channeling the information and motivation to those individuals that are out there participating. And 100 days, it gets long for these people, but there's a reason that we don't do it for 3 weeks or even 30 days, and that's because it takes a while to establish habit. And we really try to do a good job of motivating in that third quarter, because that's when people are, you get past 50 days. They're maybe tired of recording and getting already in an area where things are getting redundant for them. So we try to provide a lot of incentives in that quarter, because we've seen that if you can get them over the hump after 75 days, a lot of them, almost 70%, are still going to be maintaining their physical activity and nutrition habits at the end of the calendar year. So yeah, it's about people making small edge changes that lead to healthier lifestyles, and there's a lot of benefit for that.
All right. Why do you think this is so successful? Is it that you're part of a team and you don't want to let your team down?
That's the number one thing, that team dynamic, and that's the reason we don't offer it for individuals. If you're an individual out there, you can still get involved, but we're going to put you on a team. Some people out there are just more comfortable participating with people they don't know. They want to participate as individuals, but we're actually going to put you on a team, and you're going to hear from a captain. If you don't know that person, sometimes it helps, but you have an immediate support group. Those people are rooting for you. They're in the same boat, plus that accountability mechanism. Geez, if I don't report today, the team is probably not going to show up on the leaderboard or where we want to be. So yeah, it's the number one thing that's in the success pool.
Usually in January we hear all about these quick weight loss diets, those kinds of things that'll lose 10 pounds in a week. This is more of a slow and steady approach.
It is, and for the most part those don't work.
The slow and steady works, but not those.
Right,
lose 10 pounds in a week.
Yeah, the crash diets and the crash exercise programs, people get on them and they get off of them. This is the slow and steady approach, and it's been built and largely tailored for people who are just looking to make a change, and it's proven to be an effective way for most people.
Now you've got a lot of community and business support. You mentioned one of the sponsors, Hy-Vee. We're not going to list all the sponsors because it would take too long, but you do enjoy a lot of support from organizations and businesses.
We do. In fact, our organization, the Nebraska Sports Council, is a 501c3, and all of our operating support comes from business partners. And within this program, there are companies out there who are partners of ours who've donated literally thousands of prizes, and they're all healthy prizes. You know, anything from a $5 value to a $25 value that we send to whole teams, so that in the course of the 100 days, the likelihood of someone earning a prize for their accomplishment, as long as they're reporting their activity, is, I mean, it's better than 90%. Everyone's going to win something.
All right, well, let's tell people how to sign up. Now, registration begins January 3rd. It starts with putting together a team, 2 to 10 people. Then they choose a captain and a name. I bet you've had some interesting names over the years.
We encourage creative and humorous team names. It all adds to the fun of it, helps it be humorous. But every year it's really fun to go down through the list of team names and see those. Those are fun.
All right, so you get your captain, your team name, you go online and register. The program actually begins January 23rd and wraps up May 1st. That's the 100 days. And you mentioned the registration fee, $20 or $15 with the Hy-Vee coupon. And people should go to livehealthynebraska.org. That's where you'll find the online form. And
we certainly encourage them to go to their employer, to their Human Resources Department or Wellness Committee or Coordinator, and see if the company is involved already. Because a lot of times the companies will actually subsidize the registration fees, or if the participant follows through in the program, reimburse the participant. So check with your employer, but otherwise it's info@livehealthynebraska.org, and anyone can get involved.
All right. If you'd like to know more about the Sports Council in general, that's nebraskasportscouncil.com. And you can call Dave at 402-471-2544. Again, it's time to register for the Live Healthy Challenge and make the new year a really new year.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave, for being with us. And thank you for joining us for City Focus.